Coming to you from Dynatrace Perform in Las Vegas, it's pure performance.
Hi everybody, and welcome to Pure Performance and Perf Bites, coming to you from Perform2020 in Las Vegas. Our man on the street, Andi Grabner, has sent us a few interviews, which we've compiled in this episode. There's a short musical interlude between each, so be sure to stay tuned in. Take it away, Andi.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Pure Performance Cafe, still in Vegas, still at Perform 2020 in the Cosmopolitan. I bumped into another speaker, Thomas. How are you?
Hi, fine, thanks very much.
Hey, it's your first Perform, I believe?
Yes, it's my first Perform, and I'm really curious giving up my session, yeah?
Perfect. Maybe for those people that don't know you, who are you and the kind of other role do you have within Dynatrace?
I just joined Dynatrace 1 year ago as a lead data scientist and driving all AI-related and data science-related issues in the company now.
Oh, perfect. So I assume you're working close with Wolfgang Baer and some other folks?
Yes, I'm closely working with Wolfgang Baer and also with the whole data engineering team, which is responsible for setting up the whole data science and data science environment, which we are leveraging to drive forward Dynatrace AI engine Davis.
Perfect. So your breakout, so it's coming up. It will be recorded, so I assume a lot of people that cannot make it will watch it. So what can they expect from the breakout? What is it about? What are the key takeaways?
The key takeaways, so I will actually talk about some insights of our AI engine Davis. And here the main focus actually will be how it is possible to have good root cause analysis results, good answers from a huge pile of data without defining fine granular thresholds and baseline for each and every metric. And I will dive into the details how such statistical advanced methods which we have in place for anomaly detection and change point detection allow a great amount of noise reduction in order to deliver AI ops and well-defined root cause analysis.
That's awesome. So it's also, I think it kind of bridges the gap with what Wolfgang, I think, has been talking about in his breakout when he talked about how to leverage Davis. He had Kroger on stage, and then you now give the actual background information how all this stuff actually works.
Yes, that's a link up between these two talks. My talk is more about the technical details and how the whole Dynatrace data science team is working with respect to product intelligence and how the Davis engine internally works. And Wolfgang was talking about the benefits brought to the customer by these new algorithms.
Yeah, cool. I got a question for you now. So in my field, I focus a lot on using Dynatrace strategically across the delivery pipeline. Right? So from pre-production all the way into production, using Dynatrace to automatically detect in case a new deployment had an issue. And obviously for that, Davis is great because we can rely on the anomaly detection. Now, are there any ways how we can kind of also teach or customize the AI? Because while it's great to have everything out of the box and everything works magically, but are there any also options for people to say, I have my domain knowledge and I want to get it in?
Yes, it's possible. What we have brought so far is a custom metric ingest where users can actually leverage Davis AI algorithms to automatically baseline new custom metrics, get Dynatrace suggesting him perfect thresholds, and this can be levered and is then integrated with the root cause analysis.
Oh, that's awesome. So that means now what's new with the latest, let's say, evolution of Davis is that you can also ingest your own data and that also gets baselined.
Yes.
Because that's something new, I believe, right?
Yeah, you can baseline it, you can get your threshold suggestions, you don't have to worry about your own thresholdings, but Davis will suggest the proper thresholds for you.
That's perfect. And I think I saw this also in the UI under custom alerting. That's what you talk about, right?
Yes, definitely. That's under custom alerting, and that's going to be approved in the future.
That's awesome. Perfect. What about APIs is a big topic for me and a lot of our customers. How can we automate things better? Are you touch basing on some of the APIs as well? Obviously ingesting data.
Yeah.
Is there anything else people should be aware of?
I think the most important part is actually the data ingest and also being able to leverage this custom baseline setting via the APIs. So it's perfectly possible running all this algorithm suggestion and threshold suggestion via the APIs.
That's cool. So can I, and this is now where I lack knowledge because there's so much in the product that's going on. Could you also, is there other APIs available where you can also extract baseline information?
You can extract the baseline information, I think, via the config API, and you can also extract the problems via the API which Dynatrace has found, and it will give you the information when and where and why it has found it.
Yeah. Because I think of it, I always try in my world to shift left, meaning I want to take production data and I want to, let's say, leverage the baseline that was calculated in production, extract it, and then leverage it in pre-prod to act as quality gates. So instead of folks having to define thresholds in pre-prod, just take the baselines from production.
Yeah, that's a way which is how Dynatrace is built, API first, such that you must not use the UI, so to say. Yeah.
Perfect, cool. Anything else that you want to tell people? Why should they definitely watch your breakout?
Yeah, if they really want to know the inside, the deep and the secret sauce of the Dynatrace Davis AI engine, and also how Dynatrace is driving its own digital transformation, and how the Dynatrace data science team will be working in the future, and to even more improve the Dynatrace product by applying AI and data science in the back office, so to say, you should come to my session.
Awesome. Hey Thomas, thank you so much. Okay. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
Andi. Bye.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Pure Performance Cafe. I'm still wandering around the corridors of the Cosmopolitan here at Perform2020. I bumped into another colleague of mine who's doing another session on observability. Alex, hi, how are you?
Hi, yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm new product manager at Dynatrace. I'm responsible for the mainframe and everything around the mainframe.
Yeah.
So the mainframe was introduced more than 30 years ago, but still more than 70% of the Fortune 500 companies are using a mainframe for processing their critical business transactions.
Yeah.
Why they are using a mainframe? Because mainframes are incredibly fast, process transactions, secure and reliable.
Yeah.
So, but monitoring and tracing the transactions on the mainframe is not enough anymore, because the mainframe environments are transforming. More and more companies moving their services to the cloud. They implement services as microservice, and finding the root cause for a problem on a mainframe is very complicated nowadays. Yeah. So with Dynatrace, they have the possibility to do an end-to-end tracing. So when a customer starts a request on a mobile application or starts a service in the cloud, Dynatrace provides you the possibility to trace this request from the distributed world down to the mainframe. And in this breakout session, you will see how you can use Dynatrace for end-to-end tracing and also finding the root cause of a problem from the distributed world down to the mainframe.
That's pretty awesome. I mean, first of all, the capability of root cause analysis through the different layers of the modern stack is amazing. But then I think from a mainframe perspective, there's also other aspects. And I'm not an expert, but I believe there is ways where if you can prove to, let's say, IBM, who is selling you the mainframe, how much traffic actually comes from mobile, right? You also get discounts on the licensing. And I'm pretty sure it's also from the cloud workloads. I think this is also a capability that Dynatrace brings to the table, right? Telling you how much traffic actually comes from these let's say, cloud or mobile into the mainframe, and therefore helping you to lower your costs.
Of course, yes. In 2020, we are also working on a mobile cloud workload pricing, so that it's possible directly in Dynatrace to identify the source of your requests. When a request comes from mobile application or cloud service, as you already explained, then you can save money because IBM provides special discounts for these requests, and we will provide support also in 2020 for this feature.
That's perfect. Yeah.
In addition to that, of course, we will also support Java in 2020. We are currently in the implementation phase for this new enhancement. Yeah. In Dynatrace we had, in Appon we already had Java support, but in Dynatrace not. So we are working together with the different development teams to support this also in Dynatrace, because Java is one of the most important technologies in the world, and with this support we can enhance also the visibility on the mainframe, because when a customer triggers a mobile request or a cloud request with Java technology, it is currently not possible to trace the request down to the mainframe because there is no Java support in Dynatrace for the mainframe. But this is also on the roadmap 2020.
Perfect.
And in addition to that, it is very important to identify how much CPU usage a specific request need, because based on the CPU usage, the customers have to pay a lot of money to IBM, and we want to introduce also in 2020 CPU usage analysis on an Alpha level. This is a host in Dynatrace, and on a process level. This is a region in Dynatrace. So we will also enhance this in 2020.
That's awesome. So I know we have, as you mentioned, that there's a lot of people still running on the mainframe. There's a lot of customers that will be at Perform or are here at Perform that have mainframe. So it's great to know the person that they need to go to. Alex, that's you. You can also, I think it's a shout out to our customers to make sure if they run a mainframe, if they want to know what they can do, how Dynatrace can help them to optimize their mainframe deployments, their costs, their root cause analysis, then either find you after your session, or I'm pretty sure you're probably also around at the expo area with all the innovation labs, that the towers are there. I think that's a great way for customers to get in touch with you and learn more about what's going on.
Of course, yeah, and there's also a great opportunity for me to learn more about the use cases. I can present the first mocks to our customers. We can discuss the mocks together, so that we can provide a good solution in 2020 for the mainframe.
Perfect. And every breakout is recorded, so in case somebody's listening to this after Perform and they couldn't make it, make sure to check out your recording in case you're doing anything on the mainframe, because obviously there's a lot of cool stuff that you guys are doing. Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And I enjoy the show. I know I think you said it's your first Perform.
Yeah, it's my first show.
Yeah. So, well, I know Vegas is sometimes a little overwhelming. At least it was for me the first time I was there. But enjoy it as good as you can.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
See ya. Bye bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Welcome everyone to another episode of Pure Performance Cafe. I'm still wandering the hallways of the Cosmopolitan in Vegas at Perform 2020. And as you probably have guessed, I just bumped into one of my speakers at the release beta software Faster Track. Juergen, wie geht's?
Hi, Andy. I'm fine. Thank you. Oh, what a nice German introduction or question. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things people learn here in Vegas, and maybe at least some of the Austrian words that they can use, because there's obviously not just the two of us Austrians here wandering around, but there's a lot of Austrians here from the engineering lab. So, wie geht's is always a great conversation starter. Basically means, how are you? So
Juergen, it is good.
Yeah, that's good. Hey, Juergen, the reason why I do these short podcasts is because we want to give folks that are still deciding on whether they're going to join a session, or those that listen to this later on and decide on whether they want to watch a recording. So we want to give them a little background and kind of insights on what they're going to learn. Now, you are doing one of the last sessions in the track, and it's called NoOps, Reaching Zero Incident Prod Through Auto-remediation-as-code. Now, that's as most of the other topics, a very, let's say, ambitious title, because it talks about auto-remediation, it talks about zero incident prod, and it talks about NoOps. Can you tell us a little bit about what people will learn, what you're going to teach, also who is going to speak with you, because I think you have a customer, and what they're going to talk about?
Exactly. So first, big shout out to the company Citrix. They are joining us on stage. Actually, it will be Nestor, and together with him, we will talk about like auto-remediation-as-code. What is it? How you can leverage it? How you can build your self-healing systems? Which prerequisites you really want to take care of first. You don't want to start by just jumping in the cold water and then struggling with all the waves, but basically you want to make sure that you have a good foundation, and we will give you hints, and we will give you recommendations from everything we saw with our customers, and we also learned within Dynatrace how you can reach a zero incident production system. And then we will have Nestor on stage, and he will talk about also how Citrix managed this for them. And I'm really excited because they use bots. So they are using a lot of automation. They can communicate with bots. They actually have bots talking to bots. So I think it's like the perfect setting for 2020, having bots talking to bots. And we will see what a bot can do for them, and also how they are using this within their organization. and what all the benefits are for them. And I think we can learn a lot from them.
Well, if bots talk to bots, I wonder if they also eventually start talking about and sharing cat pictures like we do, but like we humans do or not. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, maybe next time we will invite bots also to the stage.
Yeah, that's actually good. Hey, so obviously, we've been talking about your content as part of the preparing and getting ready for Perform. Now, I'm really excited about the structure that you have in your talk. And I think you mentioned it earlier. I think the first step to auto-remediation is actually not auto-remediation. It's reducing the noise. And can you give us just a glimpse on what that really means and what people will learn?
Yeah, sure. So reducing the noise really means that you don't want to be alerted and informed about everything that's really going on in your environment. If you have huge environments, you might get a lot of noise and you are maybe suffering from this alert fatigue, that you don't take care about your alerts anymore because it's just too many. So we will see in this track also how our customers that have huge environments, how they are tackling their noise and how they are basically putting their problems into different buckets, how they are using the Dynatrace API to identify which problems are really critical for them and which problems are not as critical, how they are tweaking the alert settings, how they are tweaking notifications. So we will see in the very first part how you can make sure that you can really focus on the things where auto-remediation makes sense, and you don't get overwhelmed by too many alerts, and you don't you don't lose the overview of everything that's going on in your environment. That's one very important part. And I think there's also kind of demystifying all this self-healing. Because self-healing really means put a lot of automation in place. But first of all, it needs humans to identify where to put this automation in place. So it's not bots will take over our work, but we just leverage them to do the work where we get bored.
Yeah, and obviously, as you said, reducing the noise means using automation to solve problems that actually make sense to be solved, and first, use other techniques to actually, filter out those things that actually don't need attention or need a different way of attention. I like that as well. The last thing I want to ask you, because self-healing and auto-remediation is a topic that has influenced our work on Captain. I would assume you are going to talk about Captain and the self-healing and auto-remediation capabilities.
Yes, thanks for bringing this up. So this year we are really excited to also have Captain on the Innovation Towers. You might have seen them already. If not, please also visit us on the Innovation Towers. We have all the Captain experts there. And I will be talking especially about the self-healing and auto-remediation capabilities we built into Captain. So you can use basically Captain and its auto-remediation capabilities by just providing instructions in a declarative way. So it's not about learning a new programming language, how to use Captain, but it's very easy. I will show an example. Actually, we will see a live demo during the talk. So cool. I will kind of crash an environment, or I will make it unstable, let's say, and we will see what Captain can then do for us to auto-remediate this with a great combination between feature flags, Dynatrace, AI, and Captain. So I'm really excited to show this to you. Hopefully the demo gods are with us. You don't know during a live demo what will be happening, but we have quite mature software in the background. So I'm pretty excited to show this to you. And also, if you're interested, then also visit us on the Innovation Towers.
Well, the thing is, if things go bad and wrong and we don't want to talk about, the slogan of Vegas, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So if it's really bad, we just don't talk about it anymore. But yeah, that's the way. Hey, final shout out. I know there is initially Sohaib was slotted for your, track for your breakout, but then he had some things he had to take care of, which was more important. So still big shout out to him, because he worked with you very closely and preparing the content, also contributing to Captain. And sad that he cannot be here, but also thanks to Nestor, who is jumping in.
Yes, thanks also, Sohaib, for your work. And I'm excited. I'm pretty sure that we will hear Sohaib also in one of our next maybe Captain community meetings, or in one of your podcasts, Andi, because he has done great work with the Slack bot, and we also want to show this to the public, what he has achieved or what we have achieved together, the great collaboration between Captain and Citrix.
Perfect. Cool. Hey, Juergen, thank you so much. I think it's time to move on. It's time to go to the breakouts. And hopefully for everyone that is listening in that are contemplating, do you want to see this session, yes or no? Hopefully you got enough arguments now to actually watch it either live or later on the recording. And now, Juergen, tschüss, bis später.
Servus. Thanks, Andy. See you in the session.
Bye-bye.